What it is, family, I'm sick right now because I already made this video, but an error happened with the recording being saved, so I had to redo this shit, if you feel me? But it's important, so I don't mind it. Let's get into it. It's early right now. Had to get this shit done early and over with, you feel me? But appreciate y'all for watching. If this video helps, bro, just make sure you hit that share and like button, bro. That's it, bro. Subscribe if you really fucking with the channel. Let's get into this, man. This is Luke Belmar. See, I already made this video yesterday, so I wasn't break it down. But this is Luke Belmar. Like I said, I do my own research, so I like confirming stuff on my own. So when I listen to somebody else speak, I confirm things as they're speaking to see if they're trustworthy or not. Even then, I still am critical on what they say to make sure they're not mixing in truth with a lie, because that's very dangerous. And I'm showing y'all him because he speaks on a lot of stuff that I have researched, but it seems like he has more experience with these things. Because I haven't been around the world traveling. I want to travel around the world and start, learning about all these different cultures and stuff. But I haven't got to that point yet. You feel me? So on this channel, it'll be easier for me to use somebody else that have more experiences than I do and just, explain more on top of that. You feel me? So let's get into this. You feel me? Bang. Oh shit, hold on. Alright, now we get into this shit. Bang.
Or if they're saying this, when did this all start to happen? Like, what made you start to realize that the reality that we are in is a false reality, and that there's like a lot of control and propaganda and conditioning going on by, like a couple hundred people at the top? How did you realize this?
I mean, I've been one of those individuals that's always known something just wasn't right. It didn't fit. It didn't make sense. And the basis that I used as the measurement, right, was I looked at people's results of their life.
I did this same shit when I was about 18, I say 19. When I was about 19, I did the same shit he about to say right now. And this is what really sparked the person I am becoming.
Right, so for example, I looked at my uncles and they would give me advice, but I would look at their life. That's all I would look at, is what are the fruits of this person's belief system? And I don't want that. So then I started looking at everything. I'm like, okay, perfect. Everybody's thinking.
If somebody works, let's say a 9 to 5, let's say they work a 9 to 5, they make around, let's say they make around $60,000 a year, right? And you see the position they are in life. Why would you take advice from them knowing that they have what they have using the information that they know? So if you use the information they know, you might not get a better outcome. And if you do get a better outcome, it's still going to be similar to the outcome that they have. And if you don't want that outcome, then why are you following those steps? If you want a different outcome, you have to follow different steps. You can't do the same thing as somebody else and expect something different to happen.
This. I understand it's bullshit because of the outcome of their life, which is a logical train of thought. This isn't conspiracy, right? You don't want to follow people that have bad advice. And then the next thing you should be asking yourself is, where are they getting this advice from? What is the source of that advice? And does that source of advice also have influence in other areas of my life? And then you begin to realize that you're not free, because
if you're wondering how to break from the shackles in your mind, listen to this shit very carefully.
the information that's being fed to you is a lie. And it's the lie, why? Because it's based off of control for a desired outcome, right? Which is the outcome of, we want all the money, all the resources, all the power, and you are just expendable energy for us to create our empires. That's the philosophy, and it's been happening since the dawn of man.
Every 9 to 5 job, you go to a job to help someone else get richer. You get the same pay. If they say you was a part of a huge sale or something and it yielded the company millions of extra dollars, you ain't gonna get shit. You gonna get the same shit you've been getting. You might get a raise, which ain't really shit. That's what I'm saying. So it's like the person who actually on the top that you're working for is getting richer while he was just giving you the scraps. This is why you gotta break free from the shackles in your mind, because most people think shit's sweet. Most people think you go to work and a person your boss is really trying to help you. No, the boss has a certain goal, and if you ain't meeting the requirements to reach that goal, then you don't mean shit to that boss. You feel me? So instead of being shackled and just staying in one spot while somebody else uses your energy to build their empire, how about you use your energy to build your own empire? You feel me?
This hasn't changed. Talk about Babylon, talk about Rome, talk about ancient Greece, Sparta, talk about the Chinese empires, talk about Genghis Khan. They're all in conquest mode, and that means that you need slaves. You need people that are weak. You need. Why do you think they put in China all these ideas of putting people through hunger strikes in the 50s and starving your people? Because that's how you keep people weak. You have to be able to control your people, just like North Korea does, right? You have to control your people. So that's what they're doing, but they've realized that they've realized that they can do it in a more intelligent way. So I'm going to explain to you the more intelligent way of control that people are under. Would you like me to share that?
Yeah.
So they realize that you can't whip a slave into submission, right? You can't.
They already tried it. That's how they realized it. They already tried to whip us into submission.
Have an efficient and effective slave if you are beating him or if he feels oppressed. So what they realized is that they could do better and channel the energy of the slaves a lot better and get more slaves, not just the ones of which color they didn't like, but they could have all of them as slaves if they could fool them, if they could deceive them. And Sun Tzu says in the book The Art of War, his teachings on war, says the art of war is the art of deceit, right? And that the easiest way and the best way to conquer your enemy is by not fighting at all, right? So they realized that what if we just fool people? What if you just fool people into believing that they need to work, hustle 24/7, and we paint this mirage and this picture of success so that we can continue building our empires?
For the people who's going against what he's saying right now, all you got to do is look at society, bro. It's not hard. All you got to do is look at how society is working and how things are. It's people that are at the bottom to middle that is supplying the people at top. That is how it works. You go to the store to buy everything. You are putting money into someone's pocket when you buy anything. What business do you have? Is anybody buying your shit? Right. Yep. How you expect to get out of these shackles if all you doing is giving away your energy? You're not receiving any energy back. You go to work, you give your energy, you get the money that you just used your energy for, and you give it away to other people. Mortgage, rent, food, electric bills. You use that energy, that money that you use your energy for, and you give it to somebody else. If you don't got a business, if you don't got some type of service that you offering to people to bring in wealth, and you just constantly giving energy, and you really not receiving anything, because at the end of the if you working a regular $50,000 a year job, you ain't really gonna have much after that. You feel me? So using all your energy and you left with what? You feel me?
So they introduced the Federal Reserve, they introduced the fiat currency, they introduced propaganda machines, they introduced capitalism, they introduced consumerism, all these things.
Fiat currency, Federal Reserve notes. This is what the system runs on, Federal Reserve notes. See right there. Federal Reserve note on the top. If you don't know what that means, then you need to know.
And people bought into it. And those are all the things that you need to reevaluate in your life to start on your journey.
So do you think that they introduce all these things to keep people distracted and fighting amongst themselves, kind of?
Yeah, it's where people focus their attention on, right? So let's say I want to steal all your computers, right? What would I do? I would go across the street, cause some havoc that would cause you to be distracted. I would steal everything. You would come back and you're like, what the fuck happened, right? So they do that at a macro level, right? Anytime that you see crazy shit happening in the world, a lot of times it's orchestrated.
Like the crazy.
I don't want to go into details on YouTube, but like on a personal level, there's a lot of the stuff that's happening on a regular basis. Wars, civil.
Don't you see how he just said I can't say certain things on YouTube? I want to emphasize this because when I talk on this channel, I speak in a certain way. I don't talk in cold, but I don't say everything. Like, you gotta read in between what I'm saying sometimes to really understand what I'm trying to communicate. Cause everything can't just be said out in the open. And some shit is only meant for people that can understand.
Wars, proxy wars, coups, they're all organized.
Just like these big catastrophes in the world.
100%.
You think that they're all just like
A lot of them.
Because you see that all the time, and it happened in Chicago too, where there was this bill that was trying to be passed that would like remove cash bail for people in jail, and it was like in the name of racism or something.
I mean, people can literally just study like things like MK Ultra and this idea of mind control and controlling people and forcing them to do things that they don't want to do. Dude, if
I'm gonna end the video right there. If you want to watch the full video, it's on YouTuber that go by the name of Sebastian. Yeah, Sebastian. I don't know his last name. We're gonna try to pronounce that, but it's on Sebastian's channel, and it's the video is called Seb SEBB Luke Belmar. So if you want to go watch the full video, there you go. But he was just talking about MK. But yeah, like I was saying, MK Ultra is an experiment that the government experimented with, I think in the 1900s, I think in the late 1900s, I believe. And it was an experiment to control people's minds. You feel me? Figure out how mind control works. And I just want you to ask yourself, why would they be going through that type of experiment? And it wasn't pleasant experiments. If you really look into this shit, it's alright, we're gonna end the video right there, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Most likely I'm gonna have another video with Yaki Awaken coming soon, because I just seen something else that needed to be heard. You feel me? I just like posting shit on here that I feel like people need to hear. You feel me? Actually need to hear to better their lives. Alright, but yeah, stay solid. Stay solid. Vibe high, meditate, bro. And we out.